Okay, to start, I have 2 cups each of mushrooms, zucchini, and eggplant. And you can really dice it as small or as large as you want. This is the kind of dice that I'm going for all of them. Okay, salt and pepper. And I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. You can add oregano, really whatever you want. Okay, so I'm just going to get that going for about 2 minutes, and then I'll see you back. Okay, so it's time to make the cheese filling. So of course you can make bechamel sauce. I'm going to go with the kind of way that my mother always made it. She used ricotta cheese, but you can't get that kind of cheese here, or ricotta cheese. You can't get that here, so I'm actually going to use mascarpone instead. I know mascarpone is usually used in desserts, but it's the closest thing in Taiwan that I could find to ricotta cheese. So I'm going to throw in I'm going to throw in this whole tub. So what is this? This is 500 grams, 17.5 ounce tub. It looks about like 2.5 to 3 cups. Put an egg in there. Of course, I'm going to add some grated cheese. This is Pecorino Romano. You can use Parmigiano Reggiano. Just use a decent quality. And I'm going to put in about a cup. And while I'm doing this, my vegetables are on low and the pan is covered. So I'm just letting them kind of cook through. Okay, that looks about right. Okay, I'm also going to add salt and pepper. And you can use some fresh basil if you want. And I'm going to add a little crushed red chili flakes just to taste. And go easy on the salt because there's salt in the cheese. Then I'm going to add a little bit of fresh nutmeg. This is what fresh nutmeg looks like. You can just use your grater to grate just a little bit. Just works very well with cheese and cream. Okay, and I'm going to give this a good mix, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm back. Okay, so this is what the mixture looks like now. I added in 1 more egg, so that's 2 eggs, because I just wanted it to be nice and light, and the eggs are going to help to keep the cheese together and keep it binded when it's baking. Okay, so it's nice and light, and we can set that aside. Okay, let's see how these are doing. I'm going to turn the heat back up now. I have to pay more attention, and it looks like they're about cooked through. So now I'm raising the heat back up, so they're just going to get, slightly a little bit crispier. And the reason why I'm not using garlic is because I already have garlic in my sauce that I've already prepared. But if you're just adding a can of sauce to this, I would recommend adding some garlic or any other kind of seasonings you want. So now is the time where you would add either white wine, or in my case I'm going to add some fresh chicken stock that I made last night. Just about a half a cup, not too much. And last, I have my homemade, it's similar to my marinara sauce, but there's no red wine in it. So this is about, I would say there's about 3 cups in here. I'm going to add that on in. So there's garlic in here and basil, sweet Italian basil, tomato paste, salt, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of crushed red chili flakes. That's basically it. It's very simple. Alright, and I'm going to let these flavors combine together for about 10 minutes, so I'll see you back. Okay, we are ready for assembly. Let me just show you what I got here. I got this baking pan. I have an extra one in case I need to make more. I got my mascarpone mixture. I have some provolone cheese. You can use mozzarella cheese. I have my delicious summery vegetable tomato sauce. And I have some lasagna noodles, of course. My lasagna noodles are the kind that you can add in dried, but use whatever kind is appropriate. And I have some grated cheese to top it off. Okay. So you begin by just putting some tomato sauce on the bottom. Now I'm going to add my lasagna noodles. I'm going to add my mascarpone mixture. Just make sure you guys can see what's going on here. Spread it out in a nice even layer. And I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees right now. Okay. And I'm going to add some provolone cheese. I'm going to add my noodles again. And now it's time for the tomato. And I like to do a good amount now because we got the vegetables in here. And basically you just repeat this process. If you want, you can put a little grated cheese on this layer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put noodles and then bechamel and provolone cheese and then noodles again. And then tomato sauce. So I'm not mixing the sauce with the cheese is basically what I'm getting at. I'm keeping those separated. So I'm going to continue to do this and then you'll see how I complete it. Okay, so there's noodles right underneath here, a little bit of sauce on top, and the way I'm going to finish it is I'm going to put a little bit more provolone cheese. Now I know you saw no provolone cheese with the sauce before, but because this is the top and at the end I want it to get nice and brown and bubbly, I'm going to add some provolone cheese. And I'm also, of course, going to add some grated pecorino. Okay, and then this is going to go into the oven. I'm going to cover it probably maybe for like the first half hour. It's going to go in for about 45 minutes. And then I will let it be uncovered and broil it a little bit on top for the last 15 minutes so it comes out nice and brown and bubbly. And you're going to want to put a tray underneath this just so, you know, if anything bubbles over, it's not going to ruin your oven. So I will see you back. Alright guys, so it has been exactly 50 minutes, and like I said, for a half hour I had it covered and I had just poked some holes in the tin foil, and then I removed it, and then for about 20 minutes I let it bake uncovered. I didn't have to broil it or anything, it just kind of broiled on its own. Doesn't look amazing. So now the most difficult part is you really got to let this sit for a good 15 or 20 minutes, because if you try to cut into it now, it's just gonna like ooze and fall apart with the cheese. So anyway, I'm gonna let this rest and then I will see you back in 20 minutes for the Okay, hi guys, so here is the lasagna. It's ready. I'm super excited to give it a try. That is so good. Oh, I love it. It's really so good. You don't even miss meat at all when you have this kind of lasagna. Just the summer vegetables in it are so nice. And I really like the mascarpone actually. It's a great substitute for ricotta if for some reason you can't find it or you don't have it. And it was pretty easy to make actually because I made the sauce the night before. And like I said, if you don't have time to make the sauce the night before, all you would need to do is saute the vegetables and then add maybe some extra garlic and whatever kind of seasoning that you would want to go into a tomato sauce. And then put the pureed tomato in there with some tomato paste and let it cook all together. That's another way to do it. So anyway, I hope you give this recipe a try. It's really delicious. You can do anything with it, add any kind of vegetable that you want. And until next time, happy cooking, and I'll see you later. Over here. Sit. Paw. Good girl. Yum, 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 yum. Beanie. Bonita, say hi. Beanie. Yum, 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 yum.